Good morning. This video is going to be a little different. I'm not going to do my exercise on this video. But I've been led by the Spirit of God. If you believe, you know, and you living for God, you know what I'm talking about. And I don't know, it may help someone my age. It's kind of emotional, so to speak, and kind of touching my heartstring. Well, when the Lord woke me up this morning, He laid on my heart to share this video. I know there are a lot of seniors, as they call us, who still living on this earth, and at the young, tender age of 65, some people even in their 50s feel that they are so old. But you're only old if you think you're old. Now, granted, the body does not move the way it used to move when you were younger. But you have to be very conscious of how you move because you don't want to hurt yourself. But I wanted to share. I've been sharing some videos of my daily activities like yoga, stretches, and everything. That's something I would have never done in the past. Let me tell you, I didn't always have this self-confidence. I didn't always have this motivation or this desire to share my life or share anything on social media. I followed a lot of people, which I have decreased that in a lot of ways. But I tell you, I started reading personal growth books. They say self-help, but personal growth books since October of 2024. Yeah, I haven't been reading books for a long time. I used to read a lot of self-help books when I lived in Florida. And it did help to get my mind right, but I still was not mentally ready to accept who I am. Until October 2024, the Lord blessed me with a business online as an entrepreneur. I never thought I would be that. And as I began to really focus on myself, forgetting about others, yes, selfishness in a good way, I started looking at myself in the mirror. And I mean literally looking at myself in the mirror. That has always been hard for me, to stand in the mirror and look at myself. As I'm talking about this, I think about Michael Jackson song. A lot of us can remember him. Look at the man in the mirror. Well, not the physical gender, but the person I believe he was talking about. If you can look at yourself in the mirror, and sometimes you may have to strip off the clothing, in which I had done. And I had to begin to accept me for who I am, was, physical body, my physical experience, how my body looked and how I wanted it to look, but it was not looking the way I wanted it to look. Snatch, as they say. Well, anyway, I'm at an age now that I have accepted myself for who I am, body-wise. And I'm still working on my mental. I've come a long way. Like I said, I would have never done videos such as this or doing exercise, because I always had this stigma about my body, and I believe it came from people's opinion. They call it a popular opinion or person, I don't know. Anyways, so I'm sitting here sharing this video to help someone or help some people, because I remember before my brother passed away, he was much older than I was. But even when he was in his 50s, he used to say he was old. And I think, of course, I was like in my 30s and my 40s. I didn't never see myself as old, and I still don't. I'm older, but not old, far from that. But with me taking a look at myself and accepting me for who I am, and in my living room area, I have a lot of things like this here posted that helped me a lot. It was hard. Starting in October 24, I had to get my mind right. I started posting affirmations all over the wall. I still have them there. And anyway, there was one thing that really stuck out to me, and it still does. It was written by Denzel Washington. It is not my business, or something like that. I don't want to quote it wrong, so we're going to go into my living room and come back here. So give me a minute. I'm going to take you guys with me so y'all can see what I'm talking about. I'm in my house, and it says, what others think of you is not your business. Let me show you my affirmation. See here? This is my affirmation wall. I started this affirmation wall October 24. And yeah, Denzel Washington said, what others think of you is not your business. So that particular affirmation, I had to read a lot, because I never thought I was worried or concerned about what others thought of me until I started looking at myself in the mirror. Family members, so-called friends, had their opinions about me and how I should act. Oh, excuse me, child, about to fall. How I should act, how I should talk, how I should be as I got older, how I should wear clothes. You know, it was just a lot that I was just allowing myself to let other people's opinion stifle me. And then I started reading that affirmation, and I read it in the mirror, and I read it every morning. I kept reading it and kept reading along with other affirmation. But that one there, it really got me over that stigma of worrying about what other people think of me. It doesn't matter what you think of me. It doesn't matter what you know of me. One thing that matters to me is what God thinks and what He knows. And He's the ultimate teacher at the end of the day. So I'm not trying to make this video very long, but let me tell you, if you could stand and look in the mirror at yourself, even if you can't at this time, continue to do it. Continue to speak to yourself. Speak life to yourself. I had cut all my hair off at one time. When I was younger, it was cute. I know I still looked like my dad with a bald head, but it didn't bother me. But as I got older, and I took my driver's license, I switched over from Florida over here to South Dakota. And I looked at that picture, because you can't smile, you can't wear glasses, you just have to be your natural look. And I looked at that picture and I saw myself looking like my daddy. And I started saying, wow, you look like your daddy. I didn't want to look like a man. I didn't. That picture helped me to realize I'm aging gracefully. Enjoy the process. I used to wear my hair long, but my hair is so thick and I deal with psoriasis really bad, so I can't wear the braids and like I see other women wear, because my scalp is a hot mess. So I have to wash it more often than I want to keep the scalp from, caping up and all. But anyway, I didn't realize I had an issue with that until October. October 24, I started really looking at myself and accepting who I am. So anyway, it's like not even 5 o'clock in the morning here. But the Lord woke me up at 3:45 and placed that on my heart to make this video. So to all the ladies and the gentlemen that's dealing with self-confidence, accept yourself for who you are. He created you to be who you are. And when you get to that point of accepting yourself, you won't see yourself as old. You'll see yourself as older. I have 14 grandkids. And out of the 14, I have 7 of them. Their grandmother has passed on. So I am their grandmother, only living grandmother. The great-grandmothers has passed on. My mom has passed on. So with that being said, I owe it to myself to live life in the fullest, to enjoy my journey as the Lord allows me have time here on earth. I don't know when God is going to say it's time to come home. I don't know when God going to say it's time for you to come home. But every day that the Lord awaken you, it's a blessing to be on this earth, because it says, at least to me, I have another chance to show my grandkids how to live life as they age. Because trust me, young people, you will get older. And it's a mindset, how you see yourself. Do you see yourself getting old? Oh, I'm old at 30. I'm old at 40. I'm old at 50. I'm old at 60, 70, 80. Do you see yourself as such? And if you do, get that mirror and look at it every day until you begin to accept who you are and say, I am older. I'm not old. I started doing yoga because I made up in my mind that I did not want no one to take care of me. I didn't want to live my life on a cane or a walker or in a nursing home. I trip and fall and hurt myself, and it takes an hour, well, longer than that, to heal. I wanted to protect my bones. I wanted my bones to be strong. So I started doing yoga. And yoga helps stretches the muscles around the bones to help you keep flexible, keep moving. Now, mind you, I have to do yoga practically every day. Because, yes, the bones don't want to move the way they used to move as you age. And if you start doing yoga when you're younger, 20, 30, 40s. Now, I used to do yoga then, but I didn't stick with it. I wish I had her, but I didn't. But anyway, with all that being said, it's been 15 minutes here on this video, and I'm going to let you all go. Because, girl, baby, I have to do my lift for my knees. My part-time job is at a restaurant, a local restaurant here. And that industry is no joke as you age. It's not. It really isn't. But I'm doing it. I like it. I enjoy it. Soon gonna be off of it, doing my business on a full-time basis. But until then, I get to where I want to be financially. I'm going to continue to go there and show myself as a servant unto the Lord. And now I'm going to start my yoga stretches, starting from my feet to my calf, my knees to my hips, even my arms. I'm telling you, you got to be flexible. You got to move. Even my hands, they get stiff. So I have to do stretches and to keep my fingers strong. And it's just a lot. But I'm loving every moment of it because I know it's going to help me stay flexible, help my mind by reading books that's personal growth. It's going to help me to stay alert, you know. So as you age, accept it. And if you're not there yet, continue to look in the mirror. I do all the time. This is a mirror for me. To see myself on video, it's a mirror. Anyways, I'm going to let you all go. I love you all. Have a great day. Bye.